Hey, what's going on, guys? Happy hump day and welcome to a new video. I think we've all been pretty well aware of the Ezra Miller drama that has been going on for, God, what, now a year at least? I mean, this is a dude that totally, to me, was like so unassuming with everything. I mean, watching him in Justice League, that was really the first time I was ever introduced to the actor. Um, I had never seen any of his other work, but and I get he was playing a character, but he just seemed like such a happy-go-lucky, um, very friendly, likable, funny guy. I mean, I had even seen some stuff from cons that he was at, especially when they were doing the whole press tour type thing for Justice League. And he was just always coming off as just witty and zany and fun and just full of life. And then now all of a sudden, past year, here we are, and this guy has got this super dark side, and it's like, where the fuck did that come from? I mean, in the past year, you've had him assaulting a female fan, like choking her. He came here to my home state here in Hawaii. He was over on the Big Island and was harassing patrons at a karaoke bar, which I don't know why he didn't get stomped out for that, and he got lucky. He's been accused of forming a cult, accused of grooming a minor. Like, that's a pretty, yeah. He's been charged with felony burglary. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. And it's like every day it was something new with this guy. And it's like, Warner Brothers, DC, are you going to step in and do anything about this? And it was for so long, they just sat on their hands while this guy was completely just going out of control. And I mean, I get the Flashpoint movie is getting ready to come out, and so much of what DC is trying to do in the future hinges on this movie, because the Flashpoint comic was what launched the New 52 back in 2009, 2010, and so much of what DC was trying to do with the comic books hinged on Flashpoint. Same can be said for the movie. I get that, but when your main actor, the quote unquote character, the main protagonist of your film, who the film completely centers around, is completely went nuclear in so many negative ways, how are you gonna, even put asses in the seats for people to even watch this movie? And personally, I think, hindsight being 2020, Warner Brothers exclusively should have stepped in and did damage control from the rip. And like I hinted before, they sat on their hands, and now look. Well, not supposedly, but anyway, a day or so ago, Ezra Miller released an apology statement, and I'm going to pull it up here. All right, guys, so this is the article from Variety.com, and it says the Flash star Ezra Miller is seeking treatment for complex mental health issues. And it says, the Flash star Ezra Miller says they are seeking treatment for complex mental health issues. In a statement provided to Variety by a representative of the actor, Miller broke their silence about the troubling behavior that they have exhibited in recent years, which has led to a series of legal issues and assault and abuse allegations. Miller also apologized for their actions. Having recently gone through a time of intense crisis, I now understand that I am suffering complex mental health issues and have begun ongoing treatment, Miller says. I want to apologize to everyone that I have alarmed and upset with my past behavior. I am committed to doing the necessary work to get back to a healthy, safe, and productive stage in my life. The embattled actor, who is non-binary and uses they and them pronouns, played the DC Comics character Barry Allen in 2017's Justice League and 2021's counterpart Zack Snyder's Justice League. But their role in the comic book franchise has been overshadowed by the off-screen behavior, which has alarmed friends and associates of the actor as well as Warner Brothers. Obviously hasn't alarmed them enough because they've just allowed him to dig himself into a deeper hole. The studio behind The Flash. Most recently, Miller was charged with felony burglary in Vermont after state police investigated an incident involving several bottles of alcohol being taken from a residence while the homeowners were not present. The actor made headlines in 2020 after a recording surfaced in which they appeared to be choking a woman outside of a bar in Iceland. No charges were filed, and that made its rounds on YouTube. I still remember seeing that. The actor has been arrested twice in Hawaii this year. Oh yeah, that was all over the islands. Once for disorderly conduct and harassment in the Hawaii incidents. Miller pled no contest to a single count of misdemeanor disorderly conduct and paid a $500 fine and a $30 in-court cost. The harassment charges were dismissed. The series of scandals has become a snowballing public relations issue, not only for Miller but also for Warner Brothers Discovery, which has employed the actor across two of its cornerstone franchises, DC Comics films and the Harry Potter spin-off series Fantastic Beasts. A source close to the studio says that Warner Brothers supports Miller's decision to seek professional help. The Flash is set to open in theaters on June 23, 2023, and reportedly serves as a key entry in the studio's DC Comics films featuring appearances by Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton as Batman. So, I'm hoping that everything that is said in this article is true and that he has had a change of heart and does realize that he is doing wrong and has done wrong and is willing to pay his penance for it. But just reading that statement, that just sounds like something that the studio wrote up and said that he said himself to be put out to the press, which is common practice in Hollywood for damage control. How much of it came from him, we don't know. I can only speculate. But he's definitely a dude that can't handle fame. And something is not clicking. What do you guys think? Is it too little too late? I mean, has he done too much to be redeemed? Or is he, we've seen success stories of actors in the past that, went down dark paths and did a lot of crazy shit, and somehow they bounced back and had successful careers. I mean, the first name that comes to mind with me is Robert Downey Jr. I mean, in the 80s, he was a wrecking ball, just parties and drugs and God only knows what, and it was just constantly in the news. Now, what Robert Downey Jr. done is baby shit compared to what Ezra Miller has done. I mean, everything that has come to light with this guy, whether it's true or just allegations, I don't know if his career can be saved. Now, I want him to get help. I want him to get better. Only time will tell, but I just feel like the studio right now is like, okay, fine, fuck it. We got to do damage control because we've got so much riding on this movie the entire DC EU is hinging on the success of this movie, and we can't let him tear it down. Well, y'all kind of, hate to say it, y'all kind of let it go too far. And that goes for those in his professional life and those in his personal life. He should have stepped in and done more. You know, not passing judgment, but when you see somebody doing stuff like that, you shouldn't enable them or just turn a blind eye. You should reach out and try to get them some help, because now DC, it's safe to say, with everything that he's done, this movie might be dead in the water before it even hits theaters. But anyway, guys, tell me what you think down here in the comments below. Give this a like, and if you would, hit that subscribe button and that little bell over there, and get a notification for every time we upload a new video. And we got some new content coming down the pipe, and I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about this and just kind of give my 2 cents, but I'd also like to hear what a lot of you all think as well. But this has been your old buddy John, and I'll see you again next time.